Hey everybody, this is Jason Lee with NextLevelGuitar.com and SolidGold FX.com. Thanks for checking out the SolidGold FX StutterBox Tremolo pedal. Let's check this thing out. Alright, so I want to get into some of the features of the StutterBox. This thing's bar none easily the coolest tremolo you will find on the market. I'm not kidding. This thing has a lot of extra features than your average tremolo, so the tone can get just right. I'm going to start with the first two knobs. This is probably the coolest thing you've ever seen on a tremolo. This has two different actual speeds that you can set. So you got an S1 and an S2 right here. Here's your S1, here's your S2. And the coolest part is they've designed it to where you've got a green LED and a blue LED which switch. So I can set S1 real slow if I want, and I can set S2 real fast. Check this out. Watch when I switch this. Isn't that awesome? Right there. So there's my fast green one, right? Boom. There's my S1, the slow one. I think that's one of the coolest features. This has two switches, so you've got a bypass switch right here to turn it on and off, and which, by the way, has another LED which is white. Check that out. See, I'm turning it off now, so you can see the white coming in. For a live situation, it's awesome because it's really easy to see with all the stage lights and everything with those bright LEDs. Going on to the wave switch, this is really cool. In the up position is going to be a triangular waveform, more like the old vintage kind of Fender tone. And then if we go down to the square wave, that's going to be more of our modern tremolo. So you can really get the best of both. You've got a vintage and a modern sound in this pedal. Going on, we've got our average depth control, which most tremolo is going to have, but I found this to be a lot more sensitive than your average tremolo. Plenty of tremolos that I have to use, I've got to turn the depth all the way to 10, and it feels like this one when it's on 4. So that's something I really liked because it had a lot of extra headroom that I could use for my depth control. This thing literally gets so in depth that it almost sounds like it's turning the sound on and off. And that's the cool feature about this pedal, is that it's an optical tremolo pedal. That's the biggest trick to it, is the optical built in. Now the last two knobs are what I really wanted to touch on, which I've never seen on a tremolo pedal before, and I think this is what makes this the best. The second to last knob is an actual tone knob, which is really cool. Live, when I'm using a lot of my Gretches and I'm using a lot of reverb, stuff like that, I lose a lot of tone going through it. When I'm using the tremolo, it tends to cut it. So this way I can actually back it down, you know, in my sake, and it warms the tremolo up. Now the really cool feature with this, and that's getting to our last knob, is it actually has a gain control. The big problem too, let alone with the tone, is going with the gain. I can actually put this to about 6, just one up from the middle, and I've got that extra little kick when I turn the pedal on to where I'm not losing any definition with my band. So that way when the cymbals are going and my bass player is cranking up and I hit the tremolo pedal, it kind of sounds to everyone else like I'm dropping out because I've got a real hard stutter going. Well, the minute I put this thing up above 5, it's like I've got the extra oomph that I really need. I also wanted to mention that you can actually use this pedal as a separate boost pedal too if you want, if you're using it for other situations. All you literally have to do is just turn the depth off and then turn your gain to what desired punch you want, and it's literally a really clean gain boost. For my first example, I've changed it up a little bit. I'm back down to our speed 1, which I've got pretty slow. You can actually see the rhythm right there of the blue light, which is cool. And I've got our wave to the triangular wave, which is in the up position on the dip switch right here. I've got our depth backed up a little bit now, so my depth is at about 4. And my tone, I kind of opened it up for this, just for the overall tone that I'm using. So I've got that at 6. And I've got the gain at 6, so it's got a little bit more punch than when it's clean. What I'm going to do is actually, I'll bring the pedal to the floor, I'll strum the Jazzmaster clean, and you can hear it once it kicks in. Alright, here we go. Alright, so here it is without the pedal on, just running dry through my basement, and then I'm going to kick the pedal on our second pass. Here we go. Check it out. I want to just show you guys how sensitive this pedal really is. This is really cool. I'm just going to hit an open E string and literally just mess around with my speed. You can hear the actual depth kind of change. Watch. How cool is that? Ready? So for my next example, I've got my speed 2 going right now, and I've got it a lot faster. I've got that at about probably like 6 or 7, right around there. You can see the green lights indicating that I'm on my second speed selection right here, which I can switch right here. My depth is turned up a little bit more to 6. I've got my tone turned up to 6, and I've got my gain right at about 5, so we're going to leave that pretty much at a medium control. Now I've dropped my wave down to a square wave, so it's going to be a little bit of a harder sound, but I think this is cool. It's got a real nice modern tremolo sound too that beats out any other pedal in my opinion right now. Let's check it out. So here's the run without the pedal, and on my second run I'm going to just punch that pedal right in. Here we go. Get ready. Thanks for checking out the SolidGold FX StutterBox Tremolo pedal. Remember, this thing's packed with a lot of features that you're not going to find in other pedals, including the optical circuit, the wave signal. You've got your S1 and your S2 speed switches. Most importantly, your tone and your gain control, so you can create a boost. And let's hear one more tone that I've dialed up, and I'm going to play us out. Check out SolidGoldFX.com and check out NextLevelGuitar.com with more than 900 videos and growing.